Problems, worries, sadness. Are you seeking solutions?
Bible says,
Do not be anxious about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Choose faith over fear.
This is such a great topic that we get to discuss today. Friendship, right? Friendship,
Yes.
it's, you and I were blessed with an amazing friendship the 2 years before we got married.
Before we dated.
Yeah, but I think it's an important term. It's something that's really an essential part of marriage, of family, and it's something that I can't wait for you to hear these stories from these couples today when they discuss that role in their own life. Making friends is a great gift, but it's an art and it's a skill, but it's also an essential piece, our relationship with each other, our spouse, but also with God. I love this quote, obviously from scripture, where Christ says, I don't call you servant, but I call you friend. And you'll see that in the couples today. You'll see that the strength of their relationship is really rooted on a friendship, which is a shared vision and a desire for both the good amongst each other.
It's a friendship with each other, and it's a friendship with Christ. They have each of these couples that you'll get to meet and visit with, and they're really opening their hearts, their homes, their relationship up to, so you can really see their friendship. For us, the most powerful thing that we've really ever experienced in our ministry and our work together is when a couple welcomes us into their home and we get to be friends with them. We get to interact with their children and see how they interact with each other. And it's those couple friends of ours that have beautiful friendship, that it fills us, it renews us, it helps us remember to be better friends. Your spouse should be your best friend.
Absolutely.
Not your only friend, but your best friend.
So stay tuned as you get to see a little bit more about how friendship is lived out in marriage and an essential role as we step back into the domestic church, and you get to see firsthand what friendship looks like.
Loving other things together.
Committed together, so we see each other as each other's best friend.
There's a little bit of that sacrificial love that saying, she loves to do this. Let me just step it up and do it. And that sacrificial attitude also helps the friendship.
Friendship is one of the most beautiful gifts that God has given to couples.
It allows you to just kind of to get to know the person, and just to kind of be with them and to kind of, enjoy life with them and get to know them a little bit better. And I think that even after you're dating, it's basically they just become like your best friend.
Friendship, I think it's important that we talk about it because so many people focus on romantic part of marriage when that's just one side of the coin. There's so much more that we're called to.
Somebody said it. Don't give it to your friend what is for your girlfriend. And don't give it to your girlfriend what is for your wife,
I think we're friends.
You're my best friend.
Mary-Rose and I love the topic about friendship. In fact, we were really good friends for 2 years. We're still good friends, obviously, yes. But for 2 years before we got married. But we know it's one of those essential pieces. It comes up often in our work with engaged couples, but also with regard, obviously, to marriage enrichment and ongoing marriage support. But Deacon Juan and Veronica, what your thoughts on friendship, your experience on friendship, and how that's just been an essential part of your marriage for now 22 years, right?
Yeah. Well, it just makes sense that we would be best friends. You know, he's my best friend, I'm his best friend, and it makes sense because we're together, we're committed together. So we see each other as each other's best friend, and we enjoy hanging out together. You know, we love that we can go bike riding together or play tennis, and we both have good friends, but we're best friends.
Our friendship is really about loving other things together. Kind of makes a neat connection. You know, we both love to play tennis, and we do that quite often. We like to bike, even though I think she likes it more than I do. Which is another thing. You know, there are things that she might not be so interested, or I might not be that interested, but there's a little bit of that sacrificial love that I say, you know, she loves to do this. Let me just step it up and do it. You know, and that sacrificial attitude also helps the friendship.
Well, I think the most important thing is that, like, friends, they want good for the other. Like, we talk to our school children that are in school about this. Like, they talk about a particular situation. I say, well, does that friend want good for you? Like, do they want what's best for you? And are they helping you to do that? Like, are they helping you to be a better person? And are they helping you get there? And I think that's the most important aspect of marriage, you know, obviously with, you know, heaven in mind. Like, are we helping our spouse get to heaven? Yeah. Do we want what's best for them? And I think that a lot of couples might think that's, you know, something really dry. Oh, okay, I have to get my spouse to heaven. Okay, that's gonna be a lot of work. But doing things you enjoy together and making that, having that give and take and that little bit of sacrifice, it brings you together. Like, Ryan and I love working in the yard together. I like to work in the garden, and we built a little fence for our grapevine, and we enjoy family time outside. And so I think for our kids, and for anybody's children to see their parents enjoying good things together and helping each other to be better people, I think that's inspiring. Beautiful friendship is something that when someone else looks at it, they say, I want that. Like, that's attractive to me. It's really a reflection of God, you know, the intimacy of the Trinity, and just, I think friendship is one of the most beautiful gifts that God has given to couples, you know, to share the life together.
Yeah, we're not just co-workers, you know, both taking care of the house or the yard, but we're friends. Yeah.
Yes, we have some, you know, friends from the past that we keep in contact with, but all of those are secondary. The friend of friends is a spouse.
I think friendship was very important to us because it allows you to just kind of to get to know the person, you know, and just to kind of be with them and to kind of, you know, enjoy life with them and get to know them a little bit better. And I think that even after you're dating, you know, it's basically they just become like your best friend, you know, like someone you share everything with. And I think that is so important as a basis for marriage. I mean, since we're not married yet, like just to foster that friendship and to continue to like let it grow and blossom, because the more you're friends with your spouse, like I just think it's the better it is for the marriage, you know, because it's not, you become, it's important to learn the other person, you know, and to realize that it's like they're a little mystery, you know, and you're just learning more and more about them and about yourself. And I think it really helps to strengthen the future.
Yeah, I think this is very important. You know, that's how you know the person on friendship. And somebody said it, don't give it to your friend what is for your girlfriend. And don't give it to your girlfriend what is for your wife. You know, it's not, when you get married, what you gonna give it to your wife, you know? So the friendship is a good step, really good step of our friendship or relationship. That's when you then you really know the person, you know, and you have to look at this person, even if you you have to look this person like a friend, and like she said, you have to look at her like your best friend. and trust in her and open your hearts and like show you wounds or who you really are, and she's gonna accept it, who you are.
Yeah.
I think she's accepting
I
me.
accept you.
Like we said, we've had the chance to be friends for a good while before we got romantically involved with each other. So as that grew, I mean, it was just beautiful because we had that friendship before, and friendship carries on. So it made everything a lot easier because we already had things to talk about. We already had shared experiences. It was just perfect for like where we were. And then now that we're married, it's continued.
Yeah, everything that we started in the friendship has only blossomed and grown more. It's like the good fruits. They're just expanding on even more. We both really enjoy cooking. And that's something that we try to do often and try to really grow in and try to do things differently. And it's gone more and more as we have become better friends. It's also friendship. I think it's important that we talk about it because so many people focus on romantic part of marriage when that's just one side of the coin. There's so much more that we're called to. It's not just to have children and have a family. There's an actual relationship that we need, something of shared, more that we can share in common.
I said earlier that we had both just turned 18. So we kind of, we had a lot of growing up to do together. And so we, college years and just a lot of fun and friendship. We have a lot of things that we enjoy doing together. I think we're friends.
You're my best friend. With friendship and our friendship growing throughout the years has meant, trying to find things that we enjoy doing together. We have to really look for things, and we've tried to throughout the years find apostolates to do together. So our mentoring with engaged couples has been very life-giving for us, and continuing to remind us of why we got together to begin with, why we love each other.
As we've gotten older too, we realize some physical limitations on what we used to do. So it's being creative and finding fun things to do at our age. Mm-hmm. And we still like to be, we still pretty active, but to me it's easier when, because we can do more things together, I think, as we get older. Mm-hmm.
Yes, a little more time. We definitely have more time for prayer together. We love to work because we're the type A accomplishment people. So we do a lot of work. We love to work outside. We have a little mini farm where we live, and so we enjoy doing those kind of things.
Yeah, not only is friendship important like between spouses, but it's important for spouses to surround themselves with like-minded couple friends, that everybody's heading in the same direction. Because if you're, I'm the only couple that struggles with this, or we must be the only, couple that doesn't see eye to eye on this, or what, like it starts to get you down. But when as friends, you're friends with other couples who you can be yourself with, and who are encouraging you and saying, hey, you shouldn't do that. Take your wife out on a date, do these things. Hey, why don't you, they give ideas, they give encouragement, they, accountability, they really help you to do that together as a couple.
I have a wise friend, Jeannie, and back in the day, she said, you ought to pray for two good friends who love the Lord. And so that was a great prayer when I was younger, and the same holds true because we do have a couple of good friends, more than a couple, but a couple of good friends who love the Lord that we can share with, like you said, and we can support each other and challenge each other and encourage each other. And the bonus of that is that our friends, they have children, and so we're all together. So we'll find ourselves on a Friday night and we're having a grand time with the adults, and then our kids are also having a good time. We know where everyone is, everyone's safe under one roof, and we're together, and it's a blessing to all be together because we have Jesus as the center, Jesus holding us together. And it's priceless. I could have never, envisioned that it would be so great. But it's definitely a bonus to have friends who have Jesus in common. Fun friends who are also holy friends. It's the package deal.
It's the best.
It's the best, yeah.
Sure, I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends on Facebook. I have a lot of friends on Instagram. I have a lot of followers. But then there's no really depth. It's very superficial. And so for me, I would say that it's so important to really seek out those authentic friendships. And by authentic, I mean to really search for those types of people that really accept you totally for who you are, and not really for who they want you to be, but just who you are, and really challenge you to be really the best version of yourself, to really allow your light to shine, and not really, to want what is best for you. And I think that's so important.
Enjoy the relationship is very important. It's just enjoy your relationship, enjoy your friendship, and you just really live the moment that you are living right now, instead rushing and thinking what is next, what is tomorrow. It's just living a good life today. Enjoy your life with your person.
I would say don't just focus on the huge topics all the time. I know you want to understand okay, what's wrong here? Do you have problems with this? How do you feel about having 10 children? Things like that. But you also just need to be okay with, let's just have fun together. It's hard sometimes, especially if you really want to get married and it's that's your calling and you want it to work out. But I just think that if you can have fun together, that's the best start that you could ever possibly dream of.
And some practical, even more practical advice on how to do that, how to share that. I think it's important that you share the best things that you think are enjoyable with the other person, and that in return you also receive from the other person. So giving and then also receiving, that whole circle.
I think I've relaxed a little, so I think it's easier for us to have fun together.
Yeah. There's a mellowing, you always hear that, as a mellowing as you age, and we've definitely seen that, and just letting go of a lot and just enjoying the moment and being present in the moment.
Jesus says, I no longer call you servants, I call you friends, because a servant doesn't know about the master, but your friends have revealed everything. And that's, I think, marriage and dealing with married couples, they get to know one another very intimately in different vicissitudes, but they're not just lovers. Eros is part of marriage, obviously, but to be a friend means to have a common pursuit. People become friends by walking side by side with a particular common pursuit. And the common pursuit is building a home together, raising a family, becoming leaven in the environment. It belongs to married couples to be that leaven in culture, so to permeate culture with the gospel. And they do that through their sacrament of marriage. So to be friends is something that has to be cultivated in that common pursuit. And the beautiful thing is when you have a friend, it's a sturdy shell, as Scripture says, but what it is a teamwork. And so you're trying to do a project for the church. It's very interesting in the Catechism of the Catholic Church, the sacraments are broken up to sacraments of initiation, sacraments of healing, and then in the rear, there's two sacraments of service, the priesthood and marriage. And so our sacrament of the priesthood and sacrament of marriage are very similar because they're both instituted by Christ to serve, to build up the body. And of course, married couples do that through their friendship with one another in this common pursuit of bringing children, loving, accepting them as a gift from the Lord, but also building a fabric of society with their little home and then in their environment with their other friends. So this is, I think, very important. A number of people, they're lovers, they're attracted to one another, they love one another, but
unfortunately, they're not best friends. And it's very important to have other friends, but certainly the wife must see a deep friendship and develop that friendship with her husband and vice versa. And this is basically why Jesus chose marriage to be the sacrament by which he communicates his love for his body, the church, because before he dies, he says, I don't call you anymore servants, I call you friends. Jesus makes us, as it were, like him because he shares his very life with us. He shares his heart with us. And this is one beautiful thing about marriage is the power of being friends, to be able to help one another as a team to raise the family, to influence others, to be able to have strength in times of difficulty. So marriage is certainly a friendship of husband and wife in the project that God has for them.
Friendship has been very important to us. Mary-Rose is my best friend. We get to talk every night every morning, and we really enjoy it. And it's a blessing to be a part of an amazing friendship, and obviously within the gift of the sacrament of matrimony.
Every time that we kind of rediscover a new level of friendship, a new depth of friendship, it always brings kind of a new life to our marriage and to our family, and even our children pick up on it. And so really want to encourage you, just in your marriage, to never stop discovering the other, to never stop learning about this friend that you're married to for the rest of your life, because there's always something new to learn, new to appreciate, new to kind of just a new mystery to kind of understand. So whenever there's an insecurity, whenever there is something that you're holding back, if I share this part of who I am, then I might not be loved for who I really am. And so the more that you can open, the more that you can trust that the other will love you no matter what, the more that you really receive that love. And it just builds the friendship, because friendship can never be built upon a lie. So as long as you have that sense that I'm holding back something of who I am, it's going to be hard to make great strides in friendship. So don't hold back. Be who you are, and be that friend that your spouse needs.
To all of the viewers of Shalom TV throughout the world, I want to encourage you not only to support this amazing media apostolate, but to spread the word to others. We all know how the internet and mass media are polluting the world with the poison of pornography and so much other forms of materialism. This is the source of eternal life, the gospel, and Shalom TV is consecrated to spreading the word of Christ. Thank you.